Discovery Gauntlet. What should the fans here in Worcester know about you?
Well, everybody knows in Dublin, Liamo rules these streets, yeah? And now Liamo rules the streets of Worcester. I'm a legend on the streets, but you want to know who's not a legend? My opponent, AJ Joseph Alexander. I'm going to show everyone here tonight why Liamo's active, attractive, drafting 24/7, and I'm going to make light work of this boom.
AJ Alexander has been that type of game the entire time.
Usually from what I hear at wrestling school, you tell everybody who starts to take 2 weeks off and quit. So I'm surprised you didn't do that with him.
I tried, but AJ Alexander wouldn't have it. 15 years of amateur wrestling experience prior to ever coming into the squared circle.
Well, let's see what Liamo can do. And he's had some big name opponents during his time, including at OTT going against Big Damo, having a great showing when he went one-on-one with him. But you know, is that cologne?
That's just unnecessary.
That's just, I hope it, some of the fans are not reacting well to that cologne, so maybe it's, I don't know, I'm not a cologne guy. What's it, like a bad cologne?
I'm not sure, I think that look a bootleg Gucci.
There you go. I mean, you're a huge cologne guy. I have to suffer it every week when I'm with you.
Suffer it? I thought you enjoyed it.
I just said that to will you get the phone away?
You can see him there. You can see the reflection in the phone. He's legitimately taking photos of himself.
He keeps it in his shorts when he wrestles. It doesn't seem like the phone's going to have a long life.
He has great insurance, but big chop on A-game Joseph Alexander.
Well, I'll say about this kid, he's in fantastic shape. I'll give him that much credit, but not only is he in fantastic shape, he knows he's in fantastic shape. Mm-hmm. And he shows everyone.
He wants everyone to be fully aware of his own vanity, it seems.
As here we go, charges in, up and over goes A-game. Look at that, you talk about technique. On display right there, only getting a 2. Irish whip, reversed, ducks the clothesline, and again, big shoulder tackle.
And that's the power of Joseph Alexander, strong base, and there it is!
Sends him down, Steiner style, only gets a count of 2.
Tell you, A-game, he's wanted to be here in this space at Wrestling Open since its inception. And all these years later, he has worked and persevered for an opportunity like this, the Discovery Gauntlet, in a legendary space like Electric Haze. He's not going to give this up easily.
As caught in, wow, impressive there from Liamo, as he's going to try to muscle Alexander up. Maybe going to try some sort of power slam here. Oh, and there's a snake eyes. Big running European uppercut. I got to give the man credit. That was very impressive.
Yeah, he calls it the Yupperpean uppercut.
What? I'm going to throw up.
Yeah,
Don't say that ever again.
That's what the man calls. You see on the title, active.
And he's still got one of our students out there with a phone recording this whole thing for him. Doesn't he know he can go on IWTV On Demand and just get it later?
Actively, all he needs is the subscription. Just $10 a month.
That might be a little much for him, as there's a shot to the midsection for Liamo, as he's going to try the standing cravat here. Snapmare takeover.
Aye.
And this kid is throwing some effective shots. You got to give him credit. Makes the cover. Only a count of 1. A-game waited a long time to get here. He picked up that win over Jose Zamora 1 week ago, and Jose Zamora was 3-0. So to be able to do that was very impressive, but things are not looking good.
Yeah, Joseph A-game Alexander is having to become used to dealing with individuals who have phones and cameras on their person as they compete, and I don't think he's liking it too much. About to take the Irishman to a German.
Just ragdolling him, but look at that nice takeover from Liamo here. Caught him.
Oh no.
Lung blower extraordinaire. Caught. Was A-game. This could be it. He could be going home. And it looked like the Irishman was going to return next week, but A-game is hanging on.
In A-game, he's so tough when it comes to taking on strikes. His father was actually a boxer for a long period of time. that was his primary trade. Joseph Alexander definitely accustomed to hard hits and spending time in boxing gyms.
As now catching Liamo again. Hits the high-angle German suplex, and could this be A-Game's path back in the Discovery Gauntlet?
Dropped him right on his head, got every bit of space that he could have asked for and way more. The man from Dublin, though, they're known for fighting in that space, and I don't know if he's accustomed to getting dropped in the back of his head like that. Goodness, Paul.
As the crowd's starting to come back to life for A-Game, Joseph Alexander, he wants to return next week. And now look at that boxing style, at least the stance, some of those shots coming into play. There's a kick. And man, what a flurry from Alexander.
A triple threat when it comes to offense. The plexes, the punches, and the kicks.
There you go. Big splash in the corner. The charge it. Oh, he missed on that one. He missed. Liamo could pull off the upset here. Return next week, but A-Game with that rising knee.
Flies in after taking another European, upper P and what have you. And a big
Basaiku knee. He hit it, hooks the leg. And A-Game returns next week.
The time of the fall, 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Here is your winner, returning to Wrestling Open next week, A-Game, Joseph Alexander.
As Joseph Alexander knocks off the Irishman, and he is going to be back next week, Brother Greatness.
Joseph Alexander showing out and showing off. He's 2-0.